my, oh my God, it's not even audio, it's a video thing? Even better. So what are the
Wait, you have to introduce yourself first.
I have to what?
Introduce yourself.
I'm James Temple with the San Francisco Chronicle. I cover technology for the paper. The biggest advice, the most important advice I would give to publicists is to try to get to know the reporter you're dealing with. Try to understand whether they prefer to be pitched via email or via phone. Most importantly, even if you don't or have never talked to them in person, read what they write. And from that, you'll get a sense of, are they only looking at local companies? What sorts of topics do they like to cover? What companies are they focused on? What do they not tend to write about? And from that, I think you can learn a lot about what's going to be the most effective way to pitch them and what's going to be the most effective way not to annoy them, which is, I think, equally important for the relationship you're trying to develop with.
So if I'm sending you a pitch and I mention an article that you had written that I read that might be pertinent to the product I'm placing, that's probably a good idea.
Especially if you say how much you love that article, you're definitely gonna win some early points from us.
That's the
and
secret
we'll
right
tend to be a little more receptive to that. For sure, that helps, I think.
So I mean, what if I just said, hey James, I loved your article. I'm working for this company and I give you a list of bullet points why I think it would really work and why you should cover it.
Right.
Is it straightforward, to the point? Is that the way you like to receive it?
Yeah, for sure, straightforward and to the point is important because, you know, not just journalists, but just about every one of us today is buried in emails. So it gets really hard to sort. So the more you can get to the point early on in the email, the better it's going to be, the easier it's going to be to sort through. And ultimately, if it is an important thing, it won't get lost. And if it's not an important thing, I don't have to spend as much time with it. So both important things.
What kind of like headlines or taglines really grab your attention when you're inundated and your inbox is like completely full?
Right.
Like if we just put the name of the product in the headline, does that grab your attention?
To be honest, I mean, there are two things. I will leave probably a third to a half of my email unopened in a given day. So if I have no idea who you are, if I have no idea the company you're mentioning in the press release, chances are I'm not going to open it. So that's what I'm saying. It goes back to, you want to develop a relationship with that particular reporter if at all possible, and you do that by trying to phone them or email them, and maybe don't start with a pitch. Start with the companies you cover, why they may be interested, and asking me, what do I want to know about, how can I work with you? Then I get to know your name. I'm going to be more receptive to your pitches. I'll click through more often. And of course, if you happen to work and represent a large company that I've heard of and cover on a regular basis, then I'm going to click through more frequently as well.
So what about the phone? Is it like antiquated calling you on the phone? Is that obnoxious, or do you appreciate it?
It's obnoxious if you call me when I'm on deadline, which is from anywhere. I'm usually really in the thick of it from 2 to 5. So then
early morning phone calls?
Earlier, if you're going to pitch me on a story, generally the earlier the better. But the truth is, sometimes if you do catch me at the right time of the day on the phone to talk about a topic, you're going to get more of my attention than you would if you shot me an email. So sometimes it can be a more productive way.
Maybe just like a call and say, hello, this is who I am. I'd love to send you some more information. Would you be interested in it?
Yeah.
One of those.
That's good, but it's the same thing
calls?
like an email where you want to lead with the important information. You want to, I do have calls every day where I find myself sort of sighing internally within the first 30 seconds because they haven't gotten to the point.
Right.
They've gone into this long introduction about who they are and why they're calling the Chronicle, but haven't told me what I'm interested in, which is what story you're pitching, why is it important, why do I care, why do my readers care. So that's what you want to lead with.
And are you down for Twitter pitches?
I've not gotten a Twitter pitch per se. I follow a lot of feeds on Twitter, and I sometimes get story ideas from it, but I haven't gotten an overt.
So no one has added you and said, hey, or engaged with you over a couple of tweets and said,
I haven't
hey.
had that yet. So I look forward to that, to the first time I experience that, and we'll see how I respond to it.